Hi, Lisa Anderson here from A Healing Place Complete Counseling Care. I want to talk today about regrets and finding your real purpose in life and using mindfulness to do so. One of the things that I hear quite often in my office is that people are regretting what they've chosen for their career or their marriage, or they're regretting that they didn't do some things. People are often dying will say the biggest regret I have is to be fearful and not did the things that I wish I had done and not lived my life the way I thought I should have lived it. And so it's a real big regret that happens at the end of the life, and it's so unfortunate because it doesn't need to be that way. I've been doing a lot of trainings, and one of the trainings I'm going to be doing is on resiliency, and so I'm building that curriculum. And a person that I go to very frequently when I'm building curriculum on resiliency is Dr. Wayne Dyer, who is a philosopher, a motivational speaker, or I should say was. Unfortunately, he has passed away, but he's a very powerful force within the motivational speaking and the self-help and also the mindfulness arena. And the reason is because of how he is. But he tells this very inspirational story in one of his talks about that when he was in his mid 30s, he went to his father's grave and just hurled expletives at him and hatred and anger about how could you do this to me, and he just felt compelled to go to the grave and do that. And he got back in his car but didn't feel any better, and then he felt compelled to go back. And what he realized was that by living in this world of anger and darkness, he was never going to be able to move forward into becoming to his real purpose in life and really move into a place of feeling better about who he was. So he went back to the grave and went there with non-judgment and forgiveness, and how making a decision about how do I have the right to decide for you what you should or shouldn't be doing, or why you lived your life the way you lived it. And he said that when he did that, there was such a freeing of emotion, and that his life really took a whole different trajectory where he is now on, where he is this motivational speaker and writes books, and a lot of our quotes that we do or use are from him. And so that is what you have to do. You need to move from that darkness and that hatred to love and light. He talks about higher power. Now, that does not necessarily mean the traditional God or Allah. It can mean many different things. It can mean I have higher power from nature, or I have higher power from positive energy. It all depends on who you are. I myself am not a particularly religious person, but I certainly am very spiritual, and that I do believe that there is purpose for things and that there is higher power. I also recognized in my own journey, because I have my own trauma history, and in that trauma history, I had to learn some forgiveness to those people who hurt me, because if I didn't, it was going to continue to weigh me down. I would continue to stay in that anger and that hatred and that dark space, and I really didn't want to be that person anymore. So I worked on that. And one of the things that I believe in doing, and I try to get clients to do, is to complete a mission statement, a self mission statement of what you are trying to be and who you want to be and what you want your world to look like. And I read my mission statement to myself every day and really try to live by that as much as I can. Now, I'm not successful in that 100% of the time by any means, because I'm human and I err, but I do try to do it as best as I can every day. And I do try to make sure that I at least do it at least 80% of the time. Because again, remember, mindfulness is about non-judgment of others and self. So I'm not going to beat myself up because I didn't do it. I'm just going to recognize that today was not the day I wanted to be, but I have a new shot at it tomorrow. And that's really what mindfulness is about. And so I want to read my mission statement to you, and then I want to encourage everyone to create a mission statement so that they can start developing a purpose. But I also want to create a situation, or help you create a situation where you're able to let go of anger and darkness and hatred and move into a place of love and light so that you can move on in your recovery. So here's my mission statement: to live with authenticity, inner strength, kindness, and compassion. By choosing to use positive thoughts and actions to inspire others in my path to do the same, and creating a culture of wholeheartedness. Now, for those of you who don't know what wholeheartedness is, that's a terminology that Dr. Brene Brown has used in her books, and it's something that she discovered in her research on shame. And wholeheartedness is people who choose to live with vulnerability and curiosity and openness and willing to be true to themselves. And that's really where I want to be every day. So I hope that you take this opportunity to create your own mission statement. It took me a long time to create that mission statement, and it's still something that is always changing and moving depending on my experiences. So take some time, because that will give you some time to really get centered to what you want to achieve in the world and what you're hoping to gain. And that will help you feel better every day. This is Lisa Anderson and Riker. He's been in our background the whole time. I hope that this is going to help you with this Mindfulness Monday tip. Again, please make comments in my Facebook page and check my website out at www.ahealingplaceccc.com. Have a great week, everybody.